Hi, healthy bakers. I'm Dr. Alexis, practicing physician and Detox Desserts creator. My joy is being in the kitchen, and if you're watching this, it's probably yours too. There are two different flour swaps in the Detox Dessert baking system: gluten-free whole grain and gluten-free grain-free flours. The grain-free flour is keto, and I've specifically designed it for anyone following a very low carbohydrate diet. For both flours, I always mix the dry and wet ingredients together by hand or with an electric mixer. You can see and feel the moisture being absorbed by all that healthy fiber. So allow your dough to rest for a few minutes while the moisture continues to be absorbed, and then give it a good knead with your hands or a spoon to fully incorporate the ingredients together. Then, your dough is ready to scoop or spread into the pan and bake. The whole grain flour swap handles very similarly to white flour, and there isn't any need to adjust oven temperatures or cooking times. However, the grain-free flour swap can be a little trickier, and the dough handles differently. So I want to show you what to expect when you're in the kitchen doing grain-free baking. The grain-free flour is not going to provide as much lift in cakes and sweetbreads, so they will be denser overall, and the dough will look and feel thicker. That's okay. Just don't pack your pans too full, and always double the baking powder and baking soda for maximum lift. So, if a recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of baking soda, just use 2. If you're baking anything thick like a cake, you'll need to increase baking time to allow the moisture to reduce. So if you're baking a cake and the recipe says to bake for 25 minutes, you'll likely need to bake it about 30 for the grain-free flour. I don't recommend using grain-free flour for super thick cakes like a bundt cake or a thick loaf of banana bread. You can still use that recipe. It's gonna taste amazing, but you'll wanna bake it in a larger, flatter pan. The grain-free flour makes amazing cookies, but because of the more delicate nature of the coconut and almond flour, they can burn more easily and usually need shorter baking times and slightly cooler oven temperatures. I recommend baking grain-free cookies from 325 to 350 degrees and just watch your first batch closely and remove them when the tops start to crack and turn golden, just like a traditionally made cookie would when it's done. Baking is fun, and these swaps are easy. If you need tips or inspiration, use the Detox Desserts Recipe Index online. It's packed with all my favorite tried and true recipes. Thanks for watching, for baking, and being part of this sweet transformation with Detox Desserts.